Right, my people, on a well done, on a brother Mazo Konkwo. Good evening, good morning, depending on where you are joining. I think my volume is low, depending on where you are joining me. Good morning, good afternoon, lovers of freedom, BIAFRA all over the whole world. I greet everyone here. I greet everyone. Please, I want you to pay attention to this broadcast. This broadcast was made today by the Dragon himself, Master Simon Ekpa, the spokesman of the indigenous people of Biafra, under the autopilot. So for some of you who have never listened to this broadcast, I want you to pay very close attention and listen to this broadcast. And in a short while, we're going to come back on this platform, me and my brother 247. At the end of this broadcast, either I'm going to him or he's coming here, but we are going to broadcast again tonight because I've been waiting for him. So I just decided to allow us to see this broadcast made by Master Simon Ekpa. Pay attention and listen to this broadcast. It will help you. It will help you, believe me.
2022. Some of you have been how the election, the BIAFRA restoration, and this is what I have for you today. In 2023, BIAFRA people are preparing to Nigeria, and the exiting Nigeria will start from stopping Nigeria election in Biafra. So we're going to make sure nobody will vote in Biafra land. So we are taking our own destiny into our own hand. We are taking our future into our own hand. And in 2023, after we successfully stopped the Nigeria from conducting election in Biafra land, the door opened. It is going to be either the exit of Biafra in peace, or Biafra will engage the Nigeria state in guerrilla warfare. It is going to last for a while. We are ready and we have decided to leave Nigeria, and it will start immediately. We have successfully stopped the election. The only election that will be allowed in Biafra territory, according to the resolve of the Biafra people, is only the referendum. That is going to be two options. One is peaceful exit, which will give room and create room for referendum. The war option, which is going to decide how the guerrilla warfare against Nigeria state will start. And let me tell you, we have this road before. This is not the first time. This is not even the second time. The war against the Biafra people have not ended. This war started as far back as 1945. And I'm happy to announce to Biafra people that in the next year, 2023, we're going to end this war once and for all. And whatever differences we have within, we are going to sort them out immediately. Bra is restored as a nation. Thank you. This evening, I will be explaining details how the no election in Biafra land with Biafra restoration next year. Thank you, and be part of that program. This is
My people, and I hope this sharp broadcast made sense to you and to anyone that it concerns. What we are agitating is we want to be free from Nigerian state as a result of what has happened to us in Biafra, the killings of our people. Like on this Friday, we're going to remember the Asaba massacre that took place as a result of the revenge of the Fulanis. So what we're saying here is we need Biafra, and Biafra we must get. So any one of us who is under this telecast, what I'm just urging us is, let us be steadfast, let us be prayerful, let us focus that Biafra will come. You have to dive into the spirit that is moving now on the autopilot. You have to combine your also effort and anything you have in order to restore Biafra. Biafra is what we will get. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not someone that will be held for so long in Nigeria and that still threatening us in all corners. Therefore, I want us to listen to Mazi Simon Ekpa tonight as he's coming back tonight, because a lot of things will be coming out. Like I used to say to us, we are now on a critical junction when every man and woman will stay up, because we must get Biafra. There's no election on 2023 in Biafra land. We want to succeed from Nigeria. We want to stop the death of our people. We want to separate and be human beings. And that is why you must always try and put more effort to listen to autopilot media teams, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and the rest of us who are bringing you this broadcast. We have to focus and we have to refuse to behave like those who have been infiltrated on this struggle to deceive people and to threaten to kill people. We must be steadfast. We must always show brotherly love, and also among us, take it as a task that you are called to restore Biafra. I want us sometimes to think ahead in 30 years to come. If Biafra does not come, if Oduduwas does not separate, what will be the kind of life in Nigeria by then? Think about it. I want us also to think ahead of time in the next 20 years. If Biafra does not come, what will be the benefit of your children going to school in Nigeria? With the kind of ASU strike you're seeing, with the kind of closed schools that you're seeing, and those who are rich becomes rich, and those who are poor becomes poor, poor forever, and no one to help them. In a country where the police is made only for the rich, in a country where the pastors are protected by the police, who's supposed to save the poor or guide the poor. This is what we have to think and look ahead. And not standing on our way and begin to threaten some people who we are going to kill and who we are not going to kill. But at the end of everything, CHUKWU ABIAMA will reward those whose hearts are clean. As we are waiting upon our leaders' release, because I know that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will be released, then we shall know those who are on the right channel. That's one time in the Bible, he said, allow the wheat and the corn to grow. But in the days of harvest, I tell you, we are approaching the days of harvest. A day it will happen in the similar of what happened in the book of Mark or Matthew, somewhere there, where the master delayed of his return. And many ladies were waiting for the master to return. And this is exactly the era where we are right now, the era of the return of the master. Many people who thought that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is going to die under the dungeon, they are now getting disappointed. And now they are popping up, showing us who they are in their colors. These are the result of the efficient prayers that some of us in autopilot prayer team has been making, and plus other rituals people have been making for God Almighty to protect us on this journey. If not so, there are people that are working very secretly, decisively, like Satan the devil under IPOB. And one of the painful side of this thing that I'm saying is the gullible ones are still blind. They don't see, deaf, they don't hear. They are contented with by calling Radio Biafra, and they know when you call Radio Biafra and someone's there who is sitting on the chair in the morning without brushing his teeth or her teeth, We take your telephone and even going, sometimes they're even naked on broadcasting, and they'll pick your telephone, and you that calls and start to talk rubbish, you think that you are now among the, how do I put it? Among the noble vessels that God have chosen on this particular struggle that Master Nnamdi, our leader, mentioned in the past days ago. It's not about how much you show yourself on the Facebook or YouTube to talk trash. It's not about how much you threaten people or try to sell the struggle, but it is your intelligence, what your focus is on the restoration of Biafra. Some of us focus and meditate on how to reach their pocket on this particular struggle. That's why one time ago, I made a video and laying a call seriously upon anyone who's going to use IPOB money to do a jamboree or whatever. And some of my friends, they misunderstood me and they said, hey, withdraw that statement. And even if when you say God gave you, they don't believe. Well, how can they believe unless someone, how can they understand unless someone teaches them? That was the answer of the Ethiopian Enoch. Ethiopian Enoch was reading a book which was talking about the prophet and the relative to Christ. He was reading it very well, reading it very proper, but he never understand the deep things that book was saying until a man walked to him where he was on top of the horse and said, understandest thou what thou readest? And the Ethiopian man is an African man who has a problem of reading, of course. If you want to put something deep, put it in the writing for black man. He will not go there. That's why our histories does not have a name. That's one of the deliverance that Biafra will start to do as soon as the gate of Biafra is opened on 2023. We will start lecturing people. Number one, we start to lecture people who have basket mouth to shut their mouth a little. We begin to also have a place where we will open the brain of people spiritually to understand that you cannot threaten anyone freely and go free. There are people you lay your hands and God will punish you very, very proper. Like as I told them, the problem has started. On that, we are moving forward. We are the autopilot and we are fearless. We don't kill our own brothers. If I kill my own brother, who is going to be in the Biafra land when it comes? Nobody's going to be there. I, Mazo Konkwo, I am born for the restoration of Biafra. And anybody who dares to bring hand on me, we will start our war from here in Europe. So that is it. So that people will understand that the area where we are going is not the area where we will be going and we will be looking back. The area, the angle where we are now is when everybody will focus and learn something also from the Fulanis that we are fighting. You learn something from your enemies. They don't come outside and begin to fight on how they're going to kill their own brother. Rather, they are focused on how to dip the Quran inside the waters. And the Igbo man is busy sending his aircraft to repatriate, or I could say indeed kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in support of some of the criminals that some of the pastors have told us that is among him. And some of the gullible ones who has nowhere to depend upon, those who have a leakage of memory are in their midst, threatening people. You're going to kill people's family. Are you a freedom fighter? No. You also revealed yourself to be a killer of the people. So therefore, anybody who comes out and threatens to kill his brother, must go and apologize. Otherwise, there are some people you lay your hands upon, you begin to hit it. I'm telling you the truth. Those who knows Mazo Konkwa, call and ask, they will tell you who I am. Go and investigate. Like someone will say, go and put your name. God Almighty. All right, this is not to show that yes, that's also true. He said, and some people are collecting money to broadcast every month. Of course, these are people who Samonepa called them career agitators. Then I also call them man must work media team. They entered when Mazen Nanakano was there, and they saw that there were some of the people have been paid. Now I born them and IPO now man must work man. This is how they entered. Of course, Jesus was Raki Nobe, the same way Mazen Nanakano did, and he allowed many criminals to join. And today, when a criminal becomes a leader, what do you think? They sold Mazen Nanakano, and now they want to hijack. Now, what they threaten is who they are going to kill and who are not going to kill. So what we do is we have to keep our eyes on the ball. Listen to Dragon. Any sentence he made has a meaning. For some of the people who has betrayed the struggle, talking about if Mazen Nanakano can be rendited, if their group was able to rendit Mazen Nanakano, who is Simon Ekpa, let me tell you people, there are some thoughts that immediately you think that evil in your heart, you become evil, and the prayers of the saints will be against you. Immediately that evil is located in your heart. Let me teach you how things work, so that you can be able to always be on the positive thought towards your fellow person. The moment you begin to think evil on someone, God will begin to deal with you. Even in the Bible, there was a place where it is said that even when iniquity was in the womb of Lucifer, was when automatically he becomes Satan, deceiver, the one who deceived the nation. And after that, his fall, the aroma of his fall begin to saturate the whole heaven. And that was a cry. I think that was in the book of Ezekiel. How have thou fallen, O Lucifer, the bright and morning star, or something like that. I think 247 is calling me. Let me answer his call. And Sorry, Biafrans, for that. Sorry, Biafrans, for that. It was my brother 247. He will soon be joining us here as soon as he gets at home. So what am I trying to emphasize here? Deep calleth unto deep. What you sow is what you reap. You cannot pour your anger on your brother for so long. The Bible calls you already a sinner. They poured their anger on Mazinam the Kano. They betrayed him. Now they are coming out. One of them said, if they were able to rendict Mazinam the Kano from Kenya, who is Simon Ekpa, we host people by their words. They are coming up. But there are some certain things we must think and you understand. Every man have his own guardian angel who walks or they works for him. I will oke osisi nwe oke mmadụ. Do not let people's stature or the way they look to deceive you. I'm not coming to tell you the story of Perukuma here. Why am I saying this? Anybody you see in autopilot, we are not ordinary. Mark it. It's not a threat, but it is a revelation that I'm giving to you. We are not ordinary. We are Umuchineke. We are Umuchineke. We are Umuchineke. Allow us to pass. Otherwise, your horse will hit the tree or the wall. I promise you that. People are jealous for nothing. People are jealous for nothing. 247 will be here. Blessing Odo. He is coming already. He's coming in a few minutes now. He will be joining us for another thing. 247 will be here. So what am I trying to say, my people? People are jealous about what was given to their brother. Every time is Simon Ekpa, every time is we are going to kill him, every time we will destroy him, every time we are going to do this and do that. Let me tell us something. In Igbo language, we used to say that it is in the relative proverb that says that when you take away your monkey and sells your monkey, your house pet on the market, in exchange of what you got for selling your monkey, at the same market, you buy another animal, which is a dog now. And in Igbo language, we used to say that it's like when you want to do Christmas for your mother, you went and give your mother a fake $1. Say, Mama, they go make shopping. You don't spend the money. That money still there inside your pocket now. That's so it be with the trouble. When you carry it, go there inside your pocket because na promoter, one of our laws said, na isimpi, the kwanawampi. Man, when they get too much, they will not look on where they are going to bite you. They will take the aspect of na ewunwetite yatiwa. If you guys don't know that. So I'm calling Biafrans to focus. Focus is what we need to make sure that we free ourselves from all these calamities and all the evil projected to us, Biafrans, right from 1960, and right from 1969 to 1970, 67 to 1970, in denial of the truth. So that is the area where we have to focus and say to ourselves, free Biafra, and also the release of Mazen Narikal is non-negotiable from the state of Nigeria, and they must respect the the script that was ushered to them by the United Nations. This is not us talking, but we are also speaking, and we are also not looking into that area. Where we are looking is the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu unconditionally. This is the area where I want us to look at, as I remind you, because now the campaign of the elections and all the whole rumors and all the whole things now are making some people to forget that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is there in the DSS dungeon, and we must pray and make sure that we focus in collaborative consciousness and the spirit to release Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's what I'm telling us here. And I want to thank all of you who have been visiting. Share this broadcast. Please go to my channel and subscribe at Mazi Okonkwo. Please do that. And click the button so that many people will begin to know that Mazi Okonkwo is live before 247 comes in. I don't know what is holding. So he's supposed to be now here so that we can kick off. There's a lot of things to discuss on how we will move forward. On how will we move forward. On how will we move forward. I think definitely I'm going to this broadcast. Immediately we'll switch over to 247 so that this broadcast will be a separate broadcast from what we're going to do tonight. So Biafrans and many of you, I have never finished this particular broadcast. I think I will soon be back after 247 or tomorrow to continue from where I stand, and I stand. All right, so please pardon me. I'm going to end this broadcast now, then I will bring 247 in for us to continue in another different kind of topic. God bless you. And do not fail to go back and listen to this message by the Dragon. It's very short and sharp and simple. Thank you all and God bless you. I will see you in a minute now. Be with me. Thank you. I'm your brother Mazi Okonkwo. God bless.